Well, hello, everybody, and happy Friday, October 3rd, 2025. Oh, my goodness. It is time once again for the Boss Rush. Yay! My name is Chris Melosinos. I'm the principal evangelist for video games here at AWS. And with me today is...
You're the Prince of AWS. Is that what you said?
Prince of
the Prince of AWS. Well, thank you. Yes.
The blueprints? No.
Yeah, the blueprints.
I'm Dean Takahashi. I'm the editorial director at GameSpeak.
Are you a king or a queen or a prince or just?
He is the Prince of editorial.
Editorial director is higher than Prince. Right?
Oh, okay.
Well, I will have to let my father, the king, know about that, and we'll see what happens there. Okay, and then we also have with us today.
Now I'm just thinking about Katamari Damacy. Hey, I'm Mark Delora. I'm really tired. I am exec director of innovation and growth at GDC and games and learning technology developer.
Yay! That's awesome. Yay. And then we don't have Susan with us today. She is out doing all Susan stuff, and so she says hello, sends her best, and is looking forward to joining us next week, where I'll go ahead and basically announce this at the top of the show here. Alex Seropian will be joining us next week as our special guest. So yeah, can't wait to have Alex join the live stream next week, and we're going to continue to move, more friends from the industry into the space. And hello to people that are joining there in the chat. As Richard Brown said, brutal week. I prefer to say it was an impactful week. And so we're going to try to unpack some of that this Friday. And I'm actually going to extend the show today for an extra 30 minutes because there's just so much going on. I know we're going to chew through the time. So if my co-host can stay, great. If not, well, I'll be here.
I thought it was going to be short. I thought it was just like, it's just a week. Nothing much happened. That's just,
oh, my
what are you playing?
Goodness. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's nothing left. Everybody put your heads down and... Mr. Lumen says it is a week that will be studied in the future. Perhaps.
I hope so. We're not very good at that, the industry.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Like, oops, we did that same thing we just did. Oh, well.
I know. All right, but before we get into all of that, how are you guys doing? You good?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm actually getting to play a lot of stuff. Like there's there's a big game coming. I'm playing that. There's Ghost of Yote, and then there's the Black Ops 7 beta going on right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which you had a chance to go out and experience, I think, down in Vegas this week. Isn't that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was at Call of Duty Next. It started on Tuesday and then continued through Wednesday, and that was. Nice treat to be able to play all of the zombies, the multiplayer, Warzone, and all the new stuff coming for all those things this year. And now everybody's playing in the beta as well.
Oh, man.
So let me ask you a question, Dean. Look, I mean, you get to play a lot of these first-person shooters before anybody else really does. Mm-hmm. What do you find is the defining factor or really differentiating factor between all of these? I mean, the fidelity now is just insane. So if they're kind of in the same regions of the world or same type of environments, right? Is there that much difference now because the fidelity is so great? Like what makes one more attractive to you from a gameplay perspective or game loop perspective over the other? Can you give us a little Dean insight?
I mean, I feel like Call of Duty is the best at just the gunslinger duel where you're just trying to get the drop on somebody before they get it on you because it's so fast, right? And it's one-on-one quite often. In very close quarters. It could even be far away with sniper rifles, but you're aiming your sniper rifle at a guy and he's aiming it at you, and who gets to gets the drop first, I think is always interesting. Whereas Battlefield, it's all about the environment and the destruction that happens in it. And, can you shoot a rocket at a building and bring it down and have it mess up the path for a tank or something like that, right? And
Nice.
and so it's just very different experiences there. And I also figure out how quickly I can get above, say, 1.0 when it comes to the kill and death ratio. If I can't get there at all, then I'm going like, this game sucks.
Right. Yeah.
You heard it here first, everybody. It's Dean's KDR, kill to death ratio.
It was funny during the Call of Duty Next experience this time. I think there was something like 30 journalists or so there, and more than 200 creators. And among them was Scump, who's one of the best Call of Duty players in the world. And for some reason, I wound up getting in the same match as Scump. At least one time I noticed, and he killed me 10 times. And I never brought those duels were just,
while Dean was at the event, there was this young.
It was like he had wings, and I was running around on the ground.
Well, there's that guy. I forget his real name, but he goes by like Broccoli on YouTube, and he uses the voice changer, so he makes himself sound like a little kid, and he is just an absolute beast playing these games. But he jumps in, he uses a southern drawl, and he's just like, "No, sir, please don't kick me. I promise you I'm good. I'm going to carry you dog water turds right to the finish line. Don't you worry about it, sir." And they're like, who is this kid? And he's like, "I'm going to be risen up your girl." And he it's fantastic. Because these guys start falling over themselves, and then of course he reveals and everybody laughs. He's phenomenal. I love him. And he also will do things like, if he gets a good couple in there, he'll like prompt his audience for donation stuff, and then he's like, "Hey, you all were great. We're sending you $1,000, right, for just being awesome people and stuff." He is phenomenal. Makes me laugh all the time. I'll have to go ahead and find his link and pop it into the chat here. But yeah, definitely check him out. Very, very good.
Yeah.
How about you, Mark? Are you doing any traveling, or before we jump into all the big news of the week, why don't we surface a couple little bits here?
Yeah, I'm headed to New York City for a couple of days next week. Got San Francisco on my horizon, LA soon after that, but not for any particular events. There for corporate stuff. But I'm looking forward to some events. There's tons of events coming up. I just haven't committed to any of them yet.
GDC's been dropping more things about the Festival of Games here.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
Well, they've been dropping these videos.
I'm kidding. Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, good. I was wondering when those would come out. I hadn't seen that they had launched yet. Yeah. There'll be more. I love them. I know some people don't. But if we can't play and be goofy, then, we're not a game industry.
Yeah. Good to see. Good to see the remaking of GDC happening. Activity all aimed at making it a better experience for everybody. So.
Yeah, that's the goal. To make it more fun, more inclusive, broader, and modern. Keep it relevant. I mean, 30,000 people show up, so obviously it's relevant. But I think we can make it serve people better, and that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was the whole point of it to begin with, right? Is to get everybody together that's building amazing stuff and make it accessible to learn from each other, right? Which is the big thing, right?
Yep,
Yeah. How do we do this? All right, let me see if since I brought him up and we have a little more time today, let me see if I can actually bring this kid in here.
Oh.
Let me see. I'm going to unmute that tab.
Wow.
Give me a dress, please. I'll prove it. Who is that in the back? That's
You don't want these, no.
Is she single?
She's single.
Who's she got the guy?
Yeah. She got the guy.
He's just crazy. This guy is just crazy. And he just goes and
Yes, sir, I do.
Here we go. What is it?
He did it.
Are y'all in
Yeah, he's got crazy stuff.
What part's are you from?
He's from Alabama.
North Carolina.
Oh, nice. My cousin
nice.
lives there. He's gay. Zombies, are you good at this game? We're not looking for an extra looter zombie, so if you're going to loot, just get out now. So please come on.
And they're like, is this
Wow.
kid, how old is this kid? He's like, I'm 9.5 years old. Yeah, really, really fun community.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Dean, you're gonna have to go ahead and take on Slater Codish there on YouTube. We'll figure that Dean's like, yeah, we're gonna have to get a voice changer for
Like,
you.
I'm on it. I know, right?
Exactly.
That sounds
Exactly.
fun. Work on that.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Hilarious. All right.
Well, what do you think?
Like Call of Duty games.
Yeah, you gotta use it for Call of Duty.
Well, maybe we should really talk about. Look, it's the biggest story,
story.
That really showed up this week, and that, of course, is K-pop Demon Hunters are joining Fortnite. Yes,
That's my biggest news. That's what I wanted to talk
Woo!
about.
Fantastic. Yeah,
Did you watch it yet, or what?
It's impressive that that they can get that out within 3 months of the movie dropping. Right?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
get out of Fortnite experience and take advantage of how it's just so hot, right? And I think that was also what Roblox had in mind when they created this self-serve licensing program
Oh yeah, right.
that can put a franchise brand onto a game within something like 8 hours or so
Yeah.
of the launch, and so you catch it when it's still hot and it's going up, right? So Roblox done that, but yeah, this is 3 months, but this is a full really gaming experience, right? So
Yeah. So fast.
yeah,
Yeah.
incredibly
Check it out.
fast. Well, to that point, have you both seen K-pop Demon Hunters?
yeah, it's an excellent
Yeah.
movie.
You know what? That's the thing, Dean. So we saw it. We were away visiting my son down at university, and my daughter, one of my daughters, was there actually representing her company at their like career day type of thing. And so we were back in the hotel, and it was me and my wife and my daughter, and turn on Netflix, and they were like, "Oh yeah, there's this thing. We'll just turn it on, and kind of watch it." And so we did. My wife, who doesn't play video games and is not into anime or anything else like that, we watched the whole thing. We got home, and then she goes, I really wasn't paying attention like the first 10 minutes of the movie, which was really good. Maybe I'll just go watch it. So she watched the entire thing again. She's like, "Oh my God, this is really good." And the fact that we're seeing just awesome stories, awesome art, right, make its way through that lens, and now it's being appropriated ever is just fantastic. Fantastic. So when we talk about, we've topped out with the type of games we can make, type of movie. No, we have not. For as long as human beings have been creating shit, will create more amazing shit. Like, right?
I love what a gateway this is too. I mean, I kind of think of it like a K-pop version of Frozen is how I've been describing it to people. Like, it's super accessible, super entertaining. Everybody loves it, and kind of introduces you to K-pop. Though, my brother watched it. He didn't tell me for a while that he watched it, and he told me the other day he watched it. And I thought what was really telling was he was like, "Oh yeah, I saw that there was a poster in one of the scenes. There was a poster for a group called Twice." I thought that sounded familiar, so I went and looked it up. I was like, that's how they get you. Yep. Now go listen to some Twice because they're really good.
I was laughing my head off when the boy band showed up.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Me too.
Dean, my
So
little
perfect.
soda pop.
Yeah. I haven't listened to a lot of K-pop boy bands. I've listened to lots of K-pop girl bands.
Yes.
But now, like that for me, that was like a gateway to the K-pop boy bands. And now I'm listening to more of them. I'm like, oh, this is great. They're all awesome.
Yeah. Well, like the unintended consequence, some of that stuff over in the on the YouTube chat there, Mr. Lumen said, did anybody talk about the Peacemaker dance getting removed from Fortnite because it turned out that it was an inappropriate dance? You can read the comment there. No one noticed until it was deployed to Fortnite. And I was like, oh,
Really?
okay, well, if that's the case,
Inappropriate.
Give me a link. Well, it's had to do with a particular fascist regime that, and
Okie
so
dokie.
yeah,
Wow.
it's it's managing all of that stuff. All right, we're not going to get entirely off track here. Thank you for letting us know about that. Go ahead and check that out. But yeah, all right, let's go ahead and talk about the really, the big one there, which is Arboretum Gaming Ventures hires Michael Chang as investment GM. Yay! All right, yeah, for Michael. I'm so happy to see that. Michael is awesome. If you haven't met him before, and you are fortunate enough to meet him at any game conference before it really starts, you may get a Powerball ticket from him. He's been doing that for years, and I think he is just awesome. So, in all seriousness, congratulations, Michael, and for Arboretum.
He's got about $100 million if anybody wants it.
Yeah. What did they say in here? Gaming is experiencing a period of transition, which is why I'm eager to open new investment and business models for this exciting industry with Arboretum Gaming Ventures. There's no shortage of incredible creators with amazing ideas, constantly innovating, and I look forward to bringing the very best of those visionaries to Arboretum. So
it's Arbitrum is actually.
Oh, it's Arbitrum. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I threw an extra E in there. I told the guys here before we started. I just got back from a trip. I'm still exhausted, so my brain's there's a synapse missing.
It's actually a better name, though.
Yeah. Arbitrum.
Yeah.
Sorry. Arbitrum. We'll go ahead and do that.
Arbitrum. There they are. .io.
Yes. So yeah,
Wait, that's not
I'm gonna invest in trees.
that's
No,
right.
right?
The
Arboretums, they
Well,
grow
hey,
things.
look,
from
that's because I
seeds.
have-
This is perfect.
Yeah, I've got spheres on the brain, that's because that's the company that I work for. All right, yeah, but let's go ahead and now talk about, and I
Sorry, we
promise.
don't call those spheres in Seattle. We call them balls. Just so you
Yeah, I understand. I didn't name any of that stuff, so I don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you.
know. Wait, did you see the great news about Hello Kitty coming back to Toca Boca?
Yes.
That was good news this week too.
Yeah,
we got some good news.
Yeah, I think Dean and the crew over here at GameSpeed. I'm trying to find the article talking about that.
That's where I saw it. Yep, Hello Kitty.
Where is that? Here we go. Sanryu and Spin Master bring Hello Kitty back to Toca Boca World.
Yay.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, Rachel did that story for us.
I
Yeah.
like that. I wonder if they'll bring a Gretzico too. That would be kind of epic. Probably
Say what?
not.
Is that
A
cheese?
Gretzico? Do you know a Gretzico?
That's the type of cheese for.
Oh my God! You gotta go watch a Gretzico.
Oh, okay.
It's like the angry version of Hello Kitty. It's amazing.
Well, speaking of the Hello Kitty story here, Hello Kitty and Kuromi's first outing on the app was a resounding success, according to Toca Boca. 50 million uses of items from the collab. Now they return with Cinnamon Roll, Pum Pumpurin, and Keropi, other characters under the Sanrio overall brand. They'll appear as in the game as items player can wear and use within the social app. The thing is, every time you hear Hello Kitty, I think of the Hello Kitty cartoon theme song that my daughters used to watch whenever we were in the car, and I will find it while we're talking, and I'll go ahead and play it in here. But also, I just wanted, as we passed by here, Bill Young also said, if you didn't get a selfie with Michael, were you really even at at a trade show? And I'd like to say, game on, Michael, because prolific photo roll here. And the callback to the earlier conversation from Joshua English was Netflix's agility to move rapidly to capitalize on a cultural phenomenon was a big win. Yeah, it was a big win for them. Yeah. So anyway, all right, let's go ahead and talk about the one that's on everybody's mind. Electronic Arts.
Yep. Going private.
I will sit here and look for the Hello Kitty theme song while you all discuss for our.
There's a pro part of this was that they can escape the pressure of quarterly reports now.
Yep.
We could
Truth.
look at a longer term horizon for making games. They can probably wind up creating more jobs out of this thing. However, it's funded with like a total of $55 billion, but $20 billion of that is leveraged buyout debt. And debt holders have never been, viewed as very patient or kind either. And quite often they prompt people to pay down debt in order to, sort of keep it financially sound. And so that means selling off assets. And so the pressure comes not from the shareholders now, but the debt holders. And this could be like a serious difficulty. There was also a lot of, sort of political viewpoints on the Saudis as owners of what is, one of the biggest treasures of the American gaming landscape here, Electronic Arts. I think a lot of people, sort of hearkened, like Don Daglow did a very interesting post about how, he thought about, he'd be an employee number 50 at EA. How they had that ambition of making computer games that will make you cry at some point, and so like the creative effort that went into EA over time, ultimately winding up as this gigantic business enterprise. Does it have that creative soul still left in it? Mm-hmm. So very wide opinions, I think, on whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad you brought up this ad here. This is actually the copy from Chris Hecker's website, and I use this image in a bunch of presentations that I do. Because what I like talking about, especially when we're talking about the continuum of games, kind of where they started from and how we as an industry think about video games, I think it's amazing that in 1982, they felt exactly the same way, even for as anemic, right, as the systems were that they were developing. And the copy in here that I love is this one. It says, in short, we are finding that a computer can be more than just a processor of data. It's a communications medium, an interactive tool that can bring people's thoughts and feelings closer together, perhaps closer than ever before. And while 50 years from now, its creation may seem no more important than the advent of motion pictures or television, there's a chance it will mean something more, something along the lines of a universal language of ideas and emotions, something like a smile. And that's the way so many that, founded the industry and continue to build today think about the art that they create. To your point, Dean, when you grow to be as impactful and global as you are, and you have then public, money and interest that are driving the company, does the soul of that sit in there? And I believe it does, with the people that create, but you have these other external pressures that are present in a modern digital art and entertainment world. And it's how do you balance, right, the artistry against the economics, right, of video games.
I mean, you look at something like Avatar, made by a giant company, right? A huge process to get it built, years and years and years and years, and you wouldn't say that doesn't have artistry, right?
Yeah.
So it is possible. It's just different, more complicated. Yeah, I wonder about that too. I don't know. I looked at this article. My first thought was like, "Hey, there's Bill Budge," because I was just talking to him over LinkedIn. And then my second thought was Hard Hat Mac. Man, I haven't played that forever.
I know. Yeah. By the way, if some of those assets need to go someplace, maybe we need to start a fund and get some. Let's get some Hard Hat Mac back. Let's get nice? Pinball construction set. And
just open source that stuff, man. So this Hard Hat Mac image I have here says copyright 1983. Like 40 years? Like, let's open source that thing. If anybody knows what the code is, I guess.
Yeah, I know. So what I love about this ad, too, just a little personal aside here, the gentleman right there in the front with the glasses on with his arms crossed looking very cool. Do you all know who that is?
It's you. No.
Close. No. That happens to be David Maynard.
That's David Maynard.
That is
Oh,
David
wow.
Maynard. And
Golly.
back when we did the at the closing of the exhibition at the Smithsonian, I was like, I don't have the one machine I don't have my own personal collection is a Commodore 64 because I'd never owned one, right, as a kid or anything. So I reached out to my Facebook group of friends and I was like, does anybody have one that they want to give up, willing to buy? He reached out and he said, I have one that you can have. And it was the one I used when I was at EA. And I was like, well, if you sign it, could you do that? And he did. So I have his C64 with his signature and the years he was at EA at home in my collection. And yeah, just,
Nice.
yeah,
That's awesome.
it is. And it's just, you think about hands-on keys, the type of things that came out of that machine, the stuff that was built on top of it, really amazing. I mean, and look, forever we think about, you think about, EA.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Right? We think about EA and all of the incredible titles that came there and the people that we know that work where we are interested to hear about what happens next, how the company is shaped going forward, and how they can keep themselves in a position to continue innovating. So our best thoughts to our friends and colleagues that are over there continuing to make games. And
Yeah. I mean, I still think that the best way for the Saudis to create jobs that replace their oil jobs is through these digital jobs for sure. But to create them through startups inside Saudi Arabia, right? And to have people come and train some of the youngest folks there who are just getting out of schools and wanting to be game designers, right? And, I think that's ultimately the hard work they have to do. That's going to take decades.
Yeah, for sure.
They do have decades before they run out of oil.
But
it's like they're getting started at the right time. But I do think the financial empire building also has to go along with this very hard work of doing a startup.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I do want to point here, Cybix Base over on YouTube said, can a computer make you cry? I cried playing Honkai last week. So the answer is yes, right? So yes. Actually, there was a comment that was like, I remember walking down the street in San Francisco and seeing that image and realizing that we had pushed a build that broke something and then made its way out. So can a computer make you cry? Yes, it can. Not necessarily playing, but it can make you cry for sure.
Yeah, when I'm trying to get Microsoft Teams to take off and work in a timely way,
that always makes me cry too. There's a for anybody who's interested in game development in Saudi Arabia, I kind of think of like Saudi Arabia and the Middle East more broadly is just the latest region to like super focus on growing its game developer community, which is really fascinating to me. The guy I always think of when somebody talks about that area is Samar Abbas, who I have yet to meet. We talked a little bit over email a few years ago. He is such an advocate for game development in the Middle East. I think he was running an incubator or was affiliated with an incubator for quite a long time. But he's a guy. Anybody who's on here and wants to know about Middle East game development, you should reach out to Samar Abbas.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So again, we don't have any more information than you all. There's a lot of speculation going on, and now we just need to wait and see, kind of what happens. But then there was another big news story that popped up this week too. Yeah, it was Xbox upgrades Game Pass tiers and raises the ultimate price.
I was reading
they raised it from like $17 to $30 a month, and everybody then started noticing that 12 times 30 is 360. So it's like the Xbox 360 again. with the dollar sign in front of it this time. Xbox $360.
What else do I pay $1 a day for in my life?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's the Xbox startup sound.
5 days where you don't have to pay it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I have to read the press release, but I kept seeing this headline about.
I guess that
offering.
comes on the heels of like multiple price increases, presumably related to tariffs for the Xbox hardware this year, and then also the $1,000 price for the ROG Xbox Ally handheld.
Yeah.
These $100 handhelds are long gone, right? So.
Yeah, that one. Look, I get it. I mean, the kit is awesome, but it's also like a read the room situation of $1,000 for a handheld. That's a lot. And look, it's not a handheld. It is a portable PC.
It's about $200. This is Palmer Lucky's thing here.
Right.
Oh yeah.
The mod retro chromatic, right? It's the Game Boy type screen.
To fess up that I just bought a 5080 at retail price, so I'm feeling this price point a little bit. It's making me sweat. But boy, my machine is so much faster now.
Oh well, sure.
I can do more AI stuff. Nice. I'm very happy.
Random Ghost of Yote in Battlefield.
Right, exactly. I can play games at not a like 24 frames a second, like old school speed.
Yeah, I'm seeing.
By the way, I did play Ghost of Yote, and I think it's a phenomenal game.
Man, those guys are so good.
Getting through it, but
Hold on. Now I found their page there. Yeah, there's the handheld there. I mean, it's pretty.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's amazing. Yeah, I would love to play on it, but
it feels like a real Xbox controller, basically.
Well, that was so down here at the bottom, these are the kind of the original Ally X, the Lenovo Legion Go, MSI Claw. You can see where they're shaped. Yeah. But this one, it's got the controller bits on the side there, right? Which somebody's going to 3D print those controller bits as then add on to the other ones, and so right.
Oh man, do they have like a monthly layaway program? I could pay per month $30.
I don't know, but where I think a lot of the probably focus and development on it too was in the operating system, right? So it's to basically keep Windows underneath, but then remove all the trappings of a desktop environment, so it's this fluid, experience, right? So I mean,
incidentally, is the same thing they did with the original Xbox, right? And they go into Bill Gates's office and say, Bill, this whole idea you had of the Windows gaming machine. Well, we've decided not to put Windows in it.
Right.
Yes.
Like what?
Instead, we have a subset of Windows that is what we need for the Xbox.
Yes.
Just imagine that meeting.
Gates was like apoplectic about this. They'd already sort of decided that Xbox was the way to go.
Yeah.
And they delivered, Jay Aller delivered this news to him much later and saying, we tried, but we can't do it. So and
nor will it work well on a 4x3 TV. I know in Dean's book, Opening the Xbox, right? You talk about the interview there with the the web TV group that was in there, and then the fight, right? It was a bottom up versus a top down approach. And how they're going to go ahead and crack through all of that. It is fascinating. It's fascinating. I know you've interviewed, obviously, Ed Freeze. I have as well, and it's those same stories. And after a while, you feel bad. It's like, all right, I'm not going to ask you to tell that story again. Because, those are the big beats there.
It just it comes back, right?
Well, you remember
they're facing the same decision today, I guess.
Yeah, but yes, they are. Again, I don't have any inside, information in terms of what's going on in there. Like, I'm not, talking to those teams or anything, but it'll be interesting to see how they navigate this era when, when they say everything is an Xbox. It's like, well, if everything's an Xbox, like you can stream their stuff to a $30 Fire Stick, or you can buy a $1,000 handheld, like. Then what does it mean to be an Xbox, right? But I mean, I get the sentiment behind it, which is how do we get games everywhere? But we'll see how that goes.
I think the same thing every time I bring up the Xbox app on my PC on Windows. I'm like, that just feels funny, but I'm getting used to it.
I mean, I think it'll also just remind us that there are consequences to policies like putting tariffs on other countries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you got it.
This is front and center reminder for everybody.
Yeah, but I would be remiss if speaking of games everywhere, if I didn't also let you all know that Luna, Amazon's cloud gaming platform. So Luna is Amazon's pixel streaming service. So they stream video games down to your television and your laptop and everything else. But the cloud gaming platform is now optimized for Prime subscribers. The new Amazon Luna will be supported on Fire TV, smart TVs, tablets, other devices, web streaming capability. Soft launch Luna in 2020. Let me see, where is it? The centerpiece of the relaunch is the aforementioned Game Night, a category of approachable social games designed for party-style groups of people gathered around a TV. There's no controller required, as players simply scan a QR code from the screen and use their phones to join. And then the new Luna will also offer Prime members a rotating library of more than 50 traditional Bluetooth controller-based games at no additional cost, including Hogwarts Legacy, Indiana Jones, The Great Circle, Dave the Diver, MotoGP 25, Farming Simulator, and SpongeBob SquarePants: The Battle for Bikini Bottom. So before, when you would launch Luna, if you were an Amazon Prime subscriber, you would get 3 or 4 games that you could play for free for that month. Now that palette's been opened to 50 titles, including this whole, and not including this whole family game night thing, right? So, look, if you're already subscribed to Amazon Prime, now you have the chance to go try it out and tell them what you think.
So you're,
let's hear. Hold on.
Let's hear what he has to say.
You see, is Amazon actually going to come out and be our sponsor for this podcast?
There you go.
Dean, why do you expose me like that? I have Amazon people listening here. What is it?
Don't you have some pull with this company?
Yeah, let me take that down. Let me fire up Slack here. We'll figure that out. All right, Mark, what were you going to say?
Well, my first thought was just this headline just made me think of Optimus Prime, and then I got my brain stuck in a loop.
Mm-hmm. Well, Optimus Prime attacking Arboretum Ventures or whatever the hell.
It's one of those days. But I didn't understand. I guess that's what I wanted to ask to get clarity. So optimized for Prime doesn't make any sense to me, but the stuff that you just talked about, I'm like, oh, that all makes sense. That's not optimizations though. That's you're releasing a bunch of new stuff and it's focused for Prime people on the web, right? It's not like for my Amazon Prime thing on my smart TV. It's a web thing. Right.
It is now a shift. So where Luna was and so it's a subscription service outside of itself, now it's been kind of integrated into the fold, right, of Prime. So, which by the way, that's the crazy thing. Even working for Amazon and all this stuff, like you don't realize just how many different services are available, like through Prime. Like it's crazy. What's underneath it. But it was positioning it as a living room first experience designed to make gaming simpler, more social, and more accessible for Prime members. So basically,
but it doesn't run on my TV.
Sure, it does.
It does?
Absolutely it does. You have a Samsung TV. It's right there in one of the things.
Only if you have a Samsung?
Nope. If you have a Fire Stick, if you have like a Roku, like it is basically a web RTC accessible service, right?
Okay.
And so check out your smart TV, check out the smart device that you have, check out the website, because chances are Luna's running on all of those devices, right? Or it's accessible to them.
It doesn't run on any of mine. That's sad.
Sure it does.
You didn't list a single device that I have.
It doesn't. I'm like, man, do you have a smart TV?
I do.
Do you have an Apple TV?
I do not.
Okay, so what do you use to stream?
I use my giant LG, which I'm not going to replace anytime soon.
You don't need to. Go ahead and see if it's on there. I don't know if it's on the storefront. All right. How do you
Okay, I'll be right back.
No. You stay right there. You stay right there, damn it, and talk about the next news piece. Dean, what you got while I go look this up for you?
Let's see. Well, I mean, the Indians are sort of making some news in figuring out the.
Sorry, Dean. Stop a second. Stop.
But
You can use Amazon Luna on compatible LG TVs from 2021 to 2020, downloading the app from the LG Content Store, or accessing it from the home screen's game card on 2023 models and up. So, yes, it's there. You just haven't looked.
2023.
Going back that far ago.
2 whole years.
2021, I said, to 23. So from 4 years, it's there. So what you're telling me, Mark, is that your own bias has blinded you to the number of services of... No, I'm kidding. Just, go check it out. See if it's there.
No,
Let
what
me
I'm
know.
telling you is I have a 77-inch television. I'm not going to replace it anytime soon.
No, why would you? Why would you?
Because it weighs a ton.
No. But why would you? But you have a PC?
I do.
Okay, then what you talking about?
All right. Next time. We'll play
Woo!
online.
Well, okay, yeah, look at that. We got all fired up today. My apologies, everybody.
It's a spicy take.
It is quite a spicy take.
Okay, go ahead, Dean.
So tell us more about the...
let's see. Well, the Indians are figuring out what is the line between gaming and gambling, and esports and gambling as well.
Oh, yeah.
And they passed a law that outlawed things like fantasy sports. And now they're just going along toward defining what gaming really is by law. And I think this is generally a good thing because, I think gambling has always tried to sort of, in some ways, sneak in into legitimacy on sort of the back of gaming, right? And so they even refer to themselves as the online gaming industry as opposed to the online gambling industry, right?
Yeah.
And so they deliberately confuse things there. But once you figure out the difference there, you could figure out what's legal and what's outlawed, and then you can also figure out what industry you're going to help. Right. And so the Brazilians have done this in the past year as well to figure out. And what it can mean then is, they can create subsidies that are specifically for the definition of gaming and create incentives in their country for jobs to be created in the game industry. Right. And so a lot of other countries have done this. And India is sort of in this process of catching up, I think. So just interesting to see it happening and play out in a huge country following and sort of the playbook of other countries that have come before it.
Love that. I don't know much about the Indian game industry. I clearly need to learn more.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people. It's got the same potential as China to be a huge player. And people have been saying this for a while, but it hasn't quite happened. The game industry in India is growing, but it's still relatively small.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Well, I have a piece of news I'd like to share with you all, since we have friend of ours, friend of the show, and friend of the industry, Amir Satvat here. I mean, he just continues to reach out and support this whole industry in incredible ways. He has been able to bring together 845 tickets to GDC and a variety of things. GDC, Pocket Gamer, MIGS, GamesBeat Next, and MDev, which is just extraordinary. And if you go over to amirsatvat.com, you can go ahead and look at this resource here, which is just absolutely incredible, And so thank you to all of the companies and individuals and developers that have reached out to provide these passes to Amir so he can bring them together through this community and open up opportunities for, game developers to make their way out to the conferences. I mean, it's just extraordinary. So again, congratulations. Thank you, Amir, for continuing just to be awesome. We love you. And again, for all the companies and participants in this, thank you, right, as well. Just really amazing. Just incredible. So make sure you go check it out, amirsatvat.com. Which, let me see. We've got, what's his previous category here? Yeah, his career guidance stuff, role listings, all of this available on his community site for everyone. We help gamers get hired. And I love the fact that also game companies are allowing their art to be used with cartoon versions of Amir right in them.
I love that.
It's Amir the diver. So yeah, definitely go check that out. Thank you. And Amir says, thank you. True team and community effort. Now I'm definitely buying you one of those talking flowers they had on the direct. No need, buddy. No need, buddy. We love you. Anyway, I wanted to make sure we got that one out there.
That's awesome.
Oh, and I got one for Dean. Dean's newest favorite console, the Next Playground.
Oh, yeah.
Puck Rush. Have you played this yet?
I have not played it yet. They didn't have it available when I was writing this up. But yeah, it's the kind of game I think that sort of lends itself to motion for sure. Like, shooting a hockey puck, going through the motion with a motion gaming machine. Seems like a natural. Plus, I think they're starting to move into more interesting licensed content, right? So teaming up with the NHL here, they've already got like things like Fruit Ninja on the console. Yeah, kudos to them. I think they're like moving into Canadian stores because of the NHL angle, but they're expanding that retail base for a opposite of what we've been talking about with the Xbox, like a $250 game console.
Yeah, and their business model, they are a monthly subscription. Am I remembering that correctly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to get one and try it out.
Yeah, I think
super
so
interesting.
too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but remember then, now you have an opportunity to dust off that Wii hockey stick that is in your closet there, right? And see if you can use it with that next. Just envisioning, there's all those videos of straps breaking on Wiis and crashing into televisions and stuff. So
coming soon.
Yeah, tell your kids not to. They sell a service plan for broken TVs along with them. But,
this is how I'm going to get a TV new enough to run.
See, yeah. No, I need to talk to your better half there and say you need to get rid of that TV. No problem here. Force Mark to do that.
Yeah, she'd be in.
But they said fans can experience. Dean said here, fans can experience NHL Puck Rush on Next Playground in person from October 7th, the 7th to the 9th at the NHL Shop and NYC flagship store during store operating hours. So, yeah, pretty really cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get one just to play around with it.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, which, it just occurred to me thinking about this, and I'd love your opinions on this. One of the things that we've seen over the years are these types of sports. They're seeing like a decline in viewership or engagement with a lot of younger audiences. So I think this kind of engagement, well, clearly this is designed for younger kids than would typically pick up an NHL or NFL type of game, to bring them into the brand, to bring them into the stories and the teams and all those other things, right? In a way that's also healthy and is good for a family to play together with, which is so important. It's always been important. It just feels even more important right now, to play together and have those things. So anyway, yeah, it's going to be awesome to see how this goes. Those are all the big news beats that I've got. I've got a bunch of stuff to share around what we've been playing and all that stuff, but I want to make sure that we get other news out of the way. So if anybody listening has any news, let us know.
Wizards of the Coast has a new office in Montreal for up to 200, and then Avalanche shut down Liverpool.
Yeah.
So, bad news, good news, good news, bad news.
Well, it's so much more rare to see something like Wizards of the Coast spin up a studio that could have up to 200 people over the next few years. That kind of announcement had been happening a lot 5 years ago, right?
Right.
But lately, I can't say I've seen much of that.
I'm happy to hear that news. I think the John Haidt, who was in charge of World of Warcraft for a long time, and was a Sony back in the day, is in charge of Wizards of the Coast now, and I think he's killing it over there. All I just keep hearing is good news. So, wishing them the best of luck.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. It's great to see that. And I think this kind of aligns too with some of the predictions that Amir has had in the kind of dissection of studio closings and stuff reopening. We're starting to see kind of that upward trend again of more spaces opening up. We know that Ben over at Midwest Games, they just pulled in some, I think, was it 2 million? I think it was 2 million in investment into their rights.
Yeah, right.
So we're starting to see all of that come back. And I thought this one was another really good one by Dean here. Was Squarespace raises $525K to scale Game Jam powered activity studio on Discord activities.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. Right. So, Dean, can you tell us a bit about the story here?
Khalid is an interesting character, I guess, who's been around in games for a while, but mostly making games on Roblox, right? And he's focused on web games with this, you can launch these web games like directly on something like Discord activities, which is an instant games platform, built on top of Discord, and it's inherently social, right? And so he's like a solo founder here, and he is doing these game jams and finding games that are interesting or hot that he can get behind, and he's launched one just called Blackjack that launched in June, and it has like 1.2 million monthly active users already. So so he's getting funding for this traction, so good for him.
But what are these web games that you speak of? You can run games in your browser.
What?
Well, speaking of which, have you all seen this wonderful little game called Messenger that plays in any browser, including on your mobile phone? And perhaps I'm playing it right now in a web browser, and I'm going to.
I just love the way to go with that design. That is beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful? Let me see. We got a little audio there. Check this out. This is a beautiful little cozy game where you deliver mail in this little world. Huh?
Are you a deer? Are you a male deer?
No. You are this little character here, and this is all running inside of.
Oh, that's so pretty!
In
oh
the
my
browser,
God, that's great.
Look at this. And it's multiplayer in very much the same way I think that like Journey was, where other players that are playing online exist, right, in the world that you're playing in, but you don't necessarily interact with them. You may see them at different points. Like there's a couple of them running around right now. And then it's like, okay, let me go find, I need to now offer an offering to the Mountain Temple, one of two. And so you basically meet people living in this little world, and it just works, and it works on every device that I've tried it on. And no download required. You're off and running and playing. So web-based games have come a lot further along in the past couple of years than we've seen in quite a while. So absolutely love it. Beautiful, beautiful little game. This is called Messenger, and I will go ahead and pop the link right now to that in the chat there, so everybody can go ahead and fire it up on whatever browser you got and go play it. It's just a beautiful little game. So
there's another thing taking shape that's interesting. I wanted to mention too, because Ubisoft revealed this name, Vantage Studios, for the subsidiary that captures Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, and Rainbow Six into one sort of division of the company. And this division is getting funding of $1.36 billion from Tencent by the end of this year. And so they're forming this new company within Ubisoft. They mentioned it has 2,300 employees in it associated with those, the development of those games. And that's a subset of 17,000 employees at Ubisoft. And interesting how small that team is relative to Ubisoft's overall size, where, like the three biggest franchises they have, don't actually account for more than half of the company's, resources, right? It's interesting. But yeah, they're naming this thing. If you counted the debt that Ubisoft has, and then how much money is coming in this way, Ubisoft gets to net zero debt. But I think there's some restrictions there that mean that they can't completely pay off the debt with this money, right? But it's financial progress for them, and we'll see what else happens with it. But they're calling these things creative houses within the subsidiary, and they will have greater control over their creative direction and business plans. So interesting transformation going on there. Yves Guillemot is not in charge of this subsidiary. It includes one of the Guillemot family members, Charlie Guillemot, but also one of the dev leaders, Christophe Duren, as well. So
this is the first creative house, you said?
They didn't actually. I mean, they didn't actually say whether this is a single creative house or this is three creative houses, really, within the subsidiary, because there's three different franchises within the subsidiary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, this is fascinating from a financial structure perspective, so I'll be very curious to watch it.
Yeah.
Very, very
cool. And I'm a big fan of Ubisoft, so there's that, having worked there for a while. Chris, you look distracted by something. Are you playing that game still?
No, I'm not playing that game still, but I am looking for something that I promised that I would find earlier on, and I think this may be it.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, and there was some other game news stuff that popped out. Let me make sure. Let me unmute this and make sure I got the right one here. Let me see. Oh, this is it. You asked me earlier on what the Hello Kitty theme song was. And by my goodness, I found it. There it is. Here we go.
All right, go.
It's Kitty. Kitty, Kitty. We played these DVDs in the car so much. This is burned into the brains of our collective family. She's my sister. They're a pretty little kitty family. But even though they're kitties, they're like you and me.
All right, you've got to pull up a Gretzko opening credits now.
Everybody sing. Look for rainbows in the sky and the birds that fly so high. Okay, I'm done with that. Yes, that's Kitty Kitty. But yeah, I will look for that too. But in another piece of news, Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 just relaunched today. Did you all play through the originals?
I didn't play through it, but I played it. But I didn't play through it.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful games. And one of the things, I'm sorry, Dean, go ahead.
Oh, played a little bit, but no, I have not.
These games really are, that's the one thing, among the many things that Nintendo does really, really well, is reimagining their properties in different ways, like over time, right? And what I loved about this one was you can have a second player that plays along with you, and their whole job is to take the second, like, Wii controller at the time and point at the little, like, star bits that you would pick up. So if you weren't picking them all up, you could have, a younger player who may not be as adept at playing that type of game just point at the screen and be able to help you collect all the little star bits that you would need to unlock different planets and stuff. So it created this way for you to play with your kids, and I'm sorry, I was just laughing at a comment where Cybic Space said, "I'm so sorry for your neurons," about the Hello Kitty song. but it was really good, and now they've modernized this, obviously, up-res to everything for non-motion controls, right? So now you can do them on the controls. So they'll get me again. They're going to get me again.
Yeah, Nintendo has that habit.
Yeah, and Amir said, when you're tired of Super Mario Galaxy, you're tired of life. Yes, truer words, my man. Truer words.
Love it.
Well, hey guys, I know we're back up to we're down at the half past mark. I'm going to continue staying on later just to hang out. But if you guys are too, great. But at this point in the program, we typically talk about the games we're playing. So tell us, what are you playing?
Oh, I can stay on, but yeah.
Oh, good.
I think I said earlier I'm playing Ghost of Yote, and I've gotten through a few of the Yote 6, but not all. And it is a wonderful game. It's like just so fun just to ride around on your horse. And if you see the flowers, it actually means that it's a faster highway, and so you can run your horse through these flowers in the beautiful flowers flying up in the air and things like that. But you go a lot faster through. It's like almost a faster travel through the world. So that's cool. And yeah, they really leaned into the sort of Western style, music, and I think the duels the samurai do in lining up and staring at each other and just getting ready to this is a very cinematic sword fights. So it's awesome. Then I'm playing another secret game for the moment, and then the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta right now too.
Awesome. How about you, Mark? What are you doing? What are you playing?
What am I playing? I started to play Consume Me, but I haven't really gotten very far with it. I think I downloaded it. Yeah, that was the beginning. I put together a new PC this week, so it took up.
That's right. Now tell us the specs on this beast.
Well, what happened was I do have a UPS in my office, but it apparently did not do a great job at dealing with a power drop a couple months ago, because I suddenly started having trouble with one of the memory slots on my machine. I thought it was memory, so I went and bought more memory and put it back in, and then that same DIMM fried. And I was like, I don't know if this is the power supply, or I don't know if this is the capacitor on the board. Probably capacitor on the board. Anyway, unhappy and needing to cure it fast because I was busy. I got a new motherboard and a new power supply. And then I realized what everyone realizes when they start to do something like this, which is, that new motherboard, it supports PCI Express 5.0,
Sure
but
does.
I only have PCI Express 4.0 hard drives. Maybe I should get a 5.0 hard drive. Okay, well, those are pretty cheap. You know what? I could probably trade in my old GPU for a couple $100 and like upgrade it to the, it was a 3000 series model. I could get a 5000 series model. So I did that. So what did I keep? I kept the case and I kept the memory. I think everything.
I'm sorry.
Else
What
changed.
CPU did you get? What did you say? What CPU did you say you got?
I kept the CPU. It's the 7900X, AMD 7900X.
Okay.
And the delta between that and the modern AMD processors, I was like, it's probably not worth doing the upgrade right now. And the memory was good. It's DDR5 6000 that I was dumbly running at 4800 because I'd never made the tweaks in the BIOS. So I've done that, and it's faster. It's pretty great. I ran the perf test on it, and I was like, okay, the old machine was fast, but man, this machine screams. Of course, it's still got issues, right? Like I haven't completely worked out all the bugs.
Windows?
Windows?
Oh, no. Other issues. Got you.
Oh, he listened to you. Yes. Yep. Windows 11. One funny thing I learned about Windows 11, and I'm still a little bit puzzled by, is I installed on the new machine. Great. Started it up. Great. And during the part of the installation process, it said, "Do you want to restore from one of these backups?" And I was like, A, what backups? B, how do you know that I'm the same person? Okay, well, Microsoft account. What are you backing up behind the scenes that I don't know about? This is kind of not great. So yeah, apparently the whole desktop was backed up to something.
Really?
So I got to figure that one out. I mean, I said yes, and it mostly worked. So great. But I would like to find the setting somewhere that says it's auto backing up things. Since I have OneDrive turned off, it does not seem like it should be doing that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
weird.
then it's like, yes, please restore that image that has all of those viruses and malware that I didn't scrub, and that would be great on my new.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm pretty happy to have a zippy new-ish machine, and the GPU definitely, that was a big bump. That turns out the thing, for anybody who's building a new machine, the thing that was the biggest difference was the hard drive.
Yeah.
And I was just running, I was running a pretty fast Samsung PCIe 4.0 drive, 990 Pro, which I thought was super fast. I upgraded it to a WD Black PCIe 5.0 drive. It is 3 times as fast. That's insane.
Yeah. That's a really good rule of thumb for anybody, even just to upgrade your machine. First, upgrade your drives to faster drive. Everything just performs better.
So much better.
Right?
Yeah.
Second,
memory.
GPU.
GPU,
right?
GPU is a big one.
Is the big one. Third, I mean, I use an i5. But it's like the 16.4, something like that, which is overclocked and everything else because, surprise, surprise, the GPU matters a whole hell of a lot more for the vast majority of things you're ever going to play than the CPU does. And it's still fine to render video and graphics and stuff for the work that I do anyway. But the GPU, that's the one that made it big. Now, you're running 4K or are you running, what are you running?
By the way, I remembered the NVIDIA talking about the intro to the 5090 right at CES, and they were saying that they were getting DLSS4 to run 8 times as fast using AI to figure out the next frame instead of the traditional way. And so I don't know if you are you seeing any of this as you.
I haven't yet. I haven't run enough tests on it, and the real reason that I did the upgrade is so that I would have more memory space on the GPU to do more local AI work. And so I am really curious to see how the DLSS stuff is working and all that. So I'll do a more thorough examination of it. But my old board had 8 gigs of memory. This one has 16, and I was just. You can't. I mean, models are huge, right? Even 16 gigs is nothing, right? But I can definitely run some things in that space. So we'll see how it goes. I was surprised to see.
He won't be testing and giving us those results.
I will. No, I will. Did you know the card that I bought came with a kickstand, which really I had a good laugh about. That like supports the card so that it won't break the motherboard.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Okay, that's. That reminds me of putting like a giant fin on the back of of a Yugo.
It's totally like that, right? Yeah, that's the moment at which you got to start questioning your machine design when the GPU is bigger than the entire rest of the machine combined.
Yeah. Well, pro tip from Amir Satvat. All you need to do is run MemMaker to move your RAM into the upper registry. So that's
nice.
Good. All right, but you talk about the technology kind of outpacing where we are and that constant upgrade cycle. I love it when we see demakes or backwards innovation in stuff we do. And this article is not video game related, but it is just so delicious. Enthusiasts bond 12 56K modems together and set a dial-up broadband record at 668 kilobits per second so they could stream YouTube.
Oh my God.
How cool is that? Sorry.
That's hardcore.
Cool is a word that we can use to describe all kinds of things. For those of us that grew up in the pain of 1200, 2400, 9600 baud modems to this is so gloriously stupid and amazing all at the same time. And so, they talked. Is it possible to stream YouTube via dial-up internet? As the headline suggests, the answer is a resounding yes.
Heck
and they did it, so now I don't need to. Well, you see, there was a thing back in the day, Dean. I don't know if you remember this too. It was called shotgunning modems. Do you remember this? So what you could do back in the day is you could take 2 56K modems, put them into your machine, run software, and get 2 phone lines in, and it would basically split the signal coming in and run them down 2 different modems And so that way it would result and fire back up. So you're basically getting like an ISDN speed line for a fraction of the price at the time just by shotgunning modems. And it was just so ridiculous and overkill back then, but it was so amazing that you could do that stuff. And I had a friend that did it and was just like, how are you doing this magic? This is ridiculous. And yeah. All right. So that's a little bit of steering away from games and into esoteric, beautiful, cacophonous nonsense.
Yeah.
There is a game that I did want to mention that I haven't been playing yet, but I'm really looking forward to playing this one. It's called Wizardom. This is a game that Apogee Entertainment is publishing it through Atari, and it is a first-person shooter done in this art style.
One final stand.
And I got to watch the live stream last night of them playing it on Twitch, and oh my goodness, it looks so much fun. So yeah,
that does look amazing. Oh
doesn't that look
so old school?
Yeah, just incredible. So I'm definitely gonna go check it out. You can download a demo for it on Steam, and then it's $15 right now on sale. And they just released it on console as well. But yeah, I mean, just amazing. So
I remember what I was. You know what else I've been playing? I totally forgot. I was probably Monsters shipped a game Stormlands.
Yeah,
playing that. I've been jumping in and out of that, trying it out.
Yeah, we had discussed.
Nice to see.
Yeah, we had talked about.
I know we talked about it last week. I didn't even try it.
No. Richard in chat said nerd, and I have to,
Oh, nerds.
That's right. Nerds. You
nerd.
too, buddy. So, yeah. So, have you played it, Dean? The new probably Monsters game?
Not yet. No. I've been a bit preoccupied with some of those other games I mentioned.
Yeah. I know.
Plus travel. Yeah.
When people ask me too, like, what games playing, I'm like, I don't have time to play. I have no idea how you are able to play. Right, all those things with the editorial outputs that you do as well, Dean. It's
maybe you have an Asus ROG to use on flights or something.
Yeah, let's get with the program. Microsoft hook up Dean with one of these so he can report back, please. That would be great. My goodness. So what else we got going on? Are you? Do we have any other technology nonsense that we're working through? And also people that are still here. We have quite a number of people still on the chat and still watching the live stream. So if you have any comments, feedback, whatever, please go ahead and fire them over to us. And oh yeah, let me turn that off. So we do not have that
running in the background. All right.
Tell me, what else is grabbing your attention outside of the stuff that we talked about? Any?
Oh God! I just realized it's the Steam Autumn Sale. Oh no!
Yes, the Steam Autumn Sale, and also, Mark, I didn't need to also say, Agretsuko. Agretsuko. Thank you. Like I said, and now that I see it, I'm like, yes, I remember when this launched, and my my oldest daughter, who is a huge anime fan. Dean, are you familiar with this property? It's a
Agretsuko?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So it's about this.
Try it.
Yeah, here you go. Basically, when she gets annoyed, she turns into this incredibly aggressive. Here we go.
It's very Hello Kitty. It's Sanrio.
Yes,
You're like,
sort of.
It's but she's in the office.
Yep. And then when somebody, let's see. Come on. Let's go. What's gonna happen? Oh, that's it. She's had enough.
It's amazing.
What is the name of the Japanese girl band that does the
Oh, Baby Metal?
Yes, Baby Metal. That's exactly what it reminded me when I first saw it.
Always reminds me of them too. I love it so much.
Oh, hey, Michael McHale has joined the chat there. Hey, buddy. He's playing Deep Rock Galactic Survivor and thumbs up for Storm Lancer's Couch Co-op. All right.
Couch Co-op. Nice.
Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. I don't know. I haven't seen this one. Any ideas?
I think that's on my list of play-me's at some point, but I haven't gotten to it.
What is it?
It's a game.
Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. Yeah, it's a game. Okay. Listen to you. Folks, this is why it's so difficult. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. All right, let's see what Mr. McHale is talking about here. Here we go. Oh, okay. All right. 100% procedurally generated caves and endless hordes of alien monsters featuring badass space dwarves, 100% destructible environments, procedurally generated caves.
Endless caves, procedurally generated, and 100% destructible. Like, I'm on board.
Yeah. See, but now I'm looking at this and I'm going, the new Donkey Kong game, 100% destructible environments too. You know.
Yeah, I know. I still need to switch to.
Michael Fitch says here, I feel like DRG Survivor was designed by a product manager. I got a couple of tears and I just couldn't take it anymore. All right, well, let's see. What is the price of this here? It is $8.89 on sale.
Oh my God! Buy
All
me.
right, add to cart.
Click on it.
And we'll just continue shopping there. Yep. All right, I'm gonna have to.
Add it to your backlog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then Mr. Lumen on YouTube says I'm playing lots of Hades 2.
Oh gosh.
Gorgeous
great.
game. Gorgeous game.
Super good.
Yeah, Michael Fitch also says it's the Vampire Survivors version of DRG. Oh, okay. And Amir says Richard turns into one of those altered beast characters if you annoy him enough.
Nice.
Oh, banana. Oh my. All right, do we have any big events coming up for the weekend? You guys have any plans that you want to share with our friends here?
Oddly enough, I'm going back to Vegas to go watch the Eagles at the Sphere.
Oh yeah.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, this is the anniversary celebration here.
Oh, I didn't mean going back there. I just meant the Eagles.
Congratulations.
No, I'm
That's
kidding.
Well,
I thought you were talking about the Philadelphia Eagles.
What's left of them? Yeah.
Oh, see, yeah, that's what I was thinking of too. Okay, no, you're actually going to see Eagles at the Sphere?
No, the Eagles.
The Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles. See, there it is. 3 hours of sleep. That's the third one. That's the third Eagles that I completely butchered.
Yeah, it's supposed to be their last get together here.
Oh yeah.
For retirement, really.
Oh man. Oh, that'll be awesome.
Having gone to the Who's final tour as well.
Oh
which,
man.
Sometimes these final tours are not quite final tours, but they're all getting there.
Yeah. But there's something a bit like, okay, well, that's it, I guess, right? Of going to see that, and yeah.
Now you've got room for more K-pop. Woo!
I see. Yeah, I know. Apparently, the world does. Yes. Oh, and speaking of music, and now K-pop and thinking video games, did anybody go check out the Fortnite Daft Punk experience yet?
No.
Is it Daft Punk experience?
Yes, and I was away last weekend, and I couldn't, and then I was traveling, so I couldn't get in there, and then I realized, oh my goodness, it's still up there. I need to go and check it out. Apparently, it is amazing. Let me see if I can find it there.
Man,
yes.
we need to find ways to surface this stuff more. That's in like Roblox and Fortnite and Minecraft. I keep hearing about cool stuff. I hear about it from friends. I'm like, why haven't I read the news about that? Like, tell me more.
Yeah, where was this?
I need to head off, but thank you for the extended edition here.
Yes, thank you, Dean, for
happy pre-anniversary or post-anniversary pre-Eagles.
Yeah, exactly awesome. Right. Exactly right. All right, we're going to go ahead and let Dean get out of here. Mark, how
Tell
about
those
you?
people to play some games.
All right.
All right, Dean, take care. Mark, are you up here for to the top of the hour, or do you need to bolt?
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm falling asleep too. I didn't sleep very early either, which was great because I had to give a presentation this morning. So.
Oh yeah.
I did. impressively fell on my face. So
what? I don't believe that.
No, I really did. I really did.
Was it great?
I was like,
was it glorious?
No, it was horrific. Yeah. No, the feedback that I got back was like, we can really feel your passion about the subject. I'm like, yeah, I bet, because you didn't get any actual information. I'll work on that later. Yeah, no, that which doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I had to deliver a presentation earlier in the week, and it was it went well. And they were like, "Can you keep your opening to 10 minutes?" And I said, "Well, I got it to what, 16? That's 10. That's in the ballpark. It's less than twice. Well,
right?
Yeah, less than twice.
That's what I'm having trouble with. Mine's 8. This presentation I'm doing is 8, and it's just like,
look, the real answer.
Achoo, I did 8.
The real answer is
tighten it up.
If you want, if you really want that passion, then you just let people go give that talk, right? All right, let's take a look at this real quick. This is the Daft Punk experience piece.
Heck yeah.
Let's go take a look at that there together. Let's see. Ooh. I mean, just that's all you needed, right? Was that?
I know. Now I want justice, though. I want Fortnite and justice now. Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Yes. So that is what I will be firing up later today.
Yep.
Is definitely doing that. My goodness gracious. How about 3D printing shenanigans? Have you doing any more? We see 3D printing in the background. Does anybody else do that too?
Yeah.
Wow. What are you doing?
My machine, it needs fine tuning, and I haven't had time to fine tune it. I upgraded it from the 4 to the 4S. There's a upgraded to that now. Is how long I've waited. But I did that upgrade, and I had a nozzle that is high flow, so it's wider.
Mark talking about his high flow nozzle. And wait, what are we talking?
Well, you get this age, you need to order high flow nozzles. I don't know, apparently. Anyway, it doesn't work right. It is not putting down the first layer properly, and it needs me to fine tune it, and I just haven't gotten to it. So.
Oh, I see.
Bummer. Yeah, how about you?
Yeah, let's see. So what have I been doing? I went ahead and 3D printed. So I've got this wonderful, beautiful Star Wars book that my wife had gotten me for Christmas a couple years ago. And it is about 25 pounds. The book is literally like 2 feet long. It's like 2 inches thick, all this stuff. And you have to dedicate a table to it, right? Or it's just this giant tome that sits right on a shelf somewhere. So I designed these stands for it, and then 3D printed them. They work perfectly, and I got the angles perfectly right first print. So now I have it displayed above my center set of cabinets in the office when you walk in, because I redid my whole office. I got some of the Smithsonian artwork up on the walls on the sides and stuff, which just looks beautiful. I shared it with Amir, and I said, every day I sit there, I can look to the right, and there's Wind Waker hanging there. And so I've been doing a little bit of that. Got controllers mounted on the wall with 3D printed brackets and all that kind of stuff. And it's so rewarding doing that hobby, because you get done with something, right? And you're just like, this was the thing I saw on my screen, and now I'm holding it in my hand, right?
Right. It's still magic.
Yeah.
No matter how much you do it.
It is still magic, including this little stormtrooper here.
Oh, you did the stormtrooper. Nice.
Of course. And he's completely posable, and of course pointed feet. Although he reminds me of beautiful Squidward, handsome Squidward with his feet pointed and his head back like that. Doing a little bit of that stuff. But look, we are in the middle of we're heading up to the end of the year, and of course that's when all of the next conferences are coming up and things like that. So travel's just going to be a little crazy, leading to the end of the year.
Yep. Dean's got a couple games beats he's doing.
He
There's all
does.
sorts of things on my horizon for travel. I just got to start booking stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, but
and then we got to talk about what's going to happen at GDC next year, and
we
where
do.
Boss Rush is going to be.
Yeah, I know, right? Yep. We got to do that.
We do. We need to plan some stuff and do a big old get together there at GDC, and then maybe even rope it into a little bit of Death by Consensus gameplay.
Dude, it's a festival. GDC is a festival. Let's festival it up.
Yeah.
Party time.
All right. You just gave me a great idea. I need to build a rig that lets me take the entire streaming thing, walking around the show floor and being able to control it and interview people with
That sounds awesome. I'll give you extra if you wear one of those backpacks with the screens on the back.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. We got the 3D printers to print all of the components for it.
We do.
We've got access to screens and stuff.
We should print up some little like lacquer Boss Rush crazy face pins to give to people who are like friends of the show.
Okay, y'all. It's the people that are hanging. We got 9 left on live. We have a few hanging out here on Twitch and YouTube. Yeah. Maybe. Okay. Right. We don't have enough going on, but we need to do this. Oh yeah, and Amir was like, "It's beautiful, Chris, looking great. The office there." So I had a chance to share with him. Thank you, buddy.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Well, look, I know we're right up here at the top of the hour. I want to thank everybody for, as always, joining us on Friday afternoon. Woo! It's always so much fun to get together with friends and colleagues and all of you that spend time with us. Games industry right now, as we keep saying, and we've been feeling it right, is this. Tumultuous isn't the right word. It's this constantly shifting, amorphous thing that is changing. But remember, at the end of the day, what we collectively do as an industry is we bring art to the world, and we use that to bring people together, make people happy, and bring joy. And that's the way we need to think about the collective output that we all have, and why we're so passionate about preserving our industry and building the right tools and services and health for it, so we can continue making more art, the most impactful art. And I love y'all. And
even if the games that you're making are you stomping on somebody's head, it's still art.
It's still art. Hey, look,
it brings joy.
It does. It depends
God
on.
Bless you.
Right. Yeah. Well, it depends on which Goomba head you're jumping on. Right. So it doesn't always have to be that.
Everybody's art is different, and it's all great. And I want to see way more of it from different places, different kinds of things I haven't seen, different experiences. That's what it's about.
That's why the alt control GDC area is like my favorite part of the show, because it is let's all get under this giant bowler hat and pull it down, or let's use horizontal blinds to transmit information and all of that crazy stuff. I keep thinking of
making a microbrewery game where you have to like tip the cup, and that's the controller, like you don't want too much foam, but a little foam,
And look, we could tie it right into Root Beer Tapper.
Root beer,
and
you're right.
That would be a perfect mechanic for that.
This is what I think every time we talk about like Indian game developers, Middle East game developers, this deal with EA. I'm like, I want to hear the stories of those other cultures. Like, bring it on. Like, let's learn from each other. That's what it's about.
100%. 100%. Of course, always reach out to the community here, right? Because we're here to help and make sure that you get what you need from us, and we can provide the best we can to you all. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Mark, thanks for hanging out, buddy.
To see you, buddy.
It's great to see you. We hope you all have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Go play some games.
Yeah, go play some games. Bye.
Bye.